Welcome to the Open Circle podcast. Today we have a very special guest with us by the name of Sarah Christine. Hey, girl. Hey. Miss Sarah is like beyond anything that I could really describe as a business owner. She does everything. She's involved in everything. She's community driven.
100%.
She is so sweet, so loyal. Like, I love you, girl. I love you
inside and out.
and out.
Inside
I'm
and
so
out.
glad we get to have you on our couch. Like,
Me
this is not
too.
blowing smoke. This is like so.
And it's a very comfortable
excited.
couch. Just want to let you guys know. It's very comfortable.
So, you own a couple of businesses. You have California Gleamin.
Yep.
You have Gleam Boutique in downtown.
Yes.
And you are part of so many community organizations.
You're everywhere.
Girl, you're everywhere. Are you not anywhere?
Right? Well, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how I do it. I don't know when I sleep. I just, as soon as my head hits the pillow, like I'm out. I'm out.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm tired.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got started?
Okay. Well, rewind all the way back. So California Gleamin is my wellness spa, but it really started at home. Like California Gleamin and like wellness and that journey of being more holistic and learning about herbs and just natural remedies really started at home. It was something that dates me all the way back, and I'm only 28, you guys, but it dates me all the way back to when I was 16, 33.
I'm 36.
But when I was 16, I came across like a mild reoccurring health like issue, and I don't know, just like something in me just didn't want to sit on antibiotics, didn't want, like I wasn't getting like answers or I wasn't being fixed by Western medicine, which is so odd because I grew up to like, I'm also an insurance agent. I work for a brokerage firm and I sell Western medicine.
See,
like
she
I
does
sell
too many
these
things.
I didn't even know about this
Yeah,
part.
I've been doing that for 25 years. So it's like I'm an employee benefit broker. Like I sell medical insurance. Like I know I know that whole thing inside and out. So going back to 16 up until today, the long story short is that I had a reoccurring health issue. I didn't want to sit on antibiotics. I wasn't really getting like true answers to what was going on, why this kept reoccurring. It's not like an STD or anything, you guys, but
You heard that here.
it wasn't. So something in me, it just ignited a flame, and something in me just wanted something different. I didn't want to be stuck. I don't have an addictive personality. I've, never really even like played with drugs in any which way. So to me, like consistently being on antibiotics, that was in some way, shape, or form like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this for like the rest of my life. I don't want to have to, be on a drug. And so it just ignited this flame and this desire to learn more and to learn more about myself and to learn how to heal myself, which like our bodies are so miraculous. They do that. That's how we were designed. We were designed to heal ourselves. So journey goes on. I found stuff that we carry in our homes on a day-to-day basis to help deal with this particular situation. And then from there, it made me deep dive into like the cleansing of the bodies, and then cleansing word turned into detoxing. Yes. Okay. And then it was just this thing that I did that I was passionate about, growing up from like an early age on, and that all kind of flipped when COVID hit. So COVID came along, huge pandemic, put our whole world on, high alert, and, had a lot of people scared. And, this was a highly, like, tremendously scary time for a lot of people, because there was a lot of people that finally realized they weren't taking care of themselves the way that they should have. And that's not the only reason why people got sick. That's not the only reason, unfortunately, that people, some people lost relatives in their own lives. But I think it heightened, like it really like set me off even further, that like I'm already doing things that helped protect me against something the world was fighting, and help me protect my family who is already being detoxed by me, just based off my own knowledge. And then it helped me spread that knowledge that I had been self teaching myself since I was 16 on, to spread it to like friends and family. And then when the world started to open up again, CG was born. California Gleamin was born, because I was already giving this knowledge that I've known. It just like spreading my love, but in a different way.
So really, prior up to that, you were doing insurance.
I still do insurance to this day.
Oh my gosh, I did not realize that.
Yeah.
California Gleamin.
Yeah, so I've been with an insurance firm for the last 25 years. Yeah, so I sell insurance during the day, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you have a double? Because
Yeah, right.
I'm just very curious how you do this. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah. I use every
So
minute,
bad for
every
even to
second
know.
of my day. I do.
I want to know a little bit more about these detoxes that
Oh,
you
yeah.
offer, because I hear I hear Hustle when she's talking to like some of her customers in the store. I'm like, wait, what does that do?
Yeah.
I want to know more about that. So tell us some more about your detoxes.
So there's a couple ways to detox your body. Your body naturally detox through like perspiration, like sweat, right?
Mhm.
So we do offer that kind of detox, the infrared sauna blanket. It's basically a full body detox, because it forces your body to purge, right? Through your natural skin pores and through your sweat glands, to push all that out. So it forces your lymphatic system to open up, start to work, and kind of work overdrive, and then forces all that out. So that's one way to detox the body. Everybody thinks like, I mean, a lot of these things now are like on the market, like on Amazon, where people think that they can do them at home, and you can to some degree, but you have to have the herbs behind it. You have to have the education of nutrition behind it, because when you detox your body so intensely like that, there's after effects to detoxes. And so not only do you come in to get a detox, you come in to get the education to take care of yourself after the detox. Otherwise, you just opened up your body to reabsorb all that shit again, that gunk. Especially if you're not going to be eating good, if you're not going to eat the right things. Like, there is a lot of education that goes in prior to having a detox, and afterwards, and follow through. So you get all of that knowledge with your appointment. And then one of the most popular ones is, like the foot detox, and people have seen this, this gain some popularity like on TikTok about a year and a half ago. So the foot detox basically is, the pores on our feet are different than the pores on the rest of our body. And so they open up and expand bigger than, let's say, like the pores in your arms. So when you do a detox, basically with a foot detox is like your feet are soaking for that 30-minute session. And so I always tell my clients is that at any given time, if you choose like your finger, like your full bloodstream is going to run, through your finger every 20 to 25 minutes. So I mean, it's going to go through your body, come back out, go through your body, come back out. So like, if you think of it as a full 30 minutes, that means your full bloodstream just ran through your feet that are being detoxed. So what are you pulling from a detox? You're pulling free radicals, you're pulling toxins, some parasites, just all that extra, the heavy metals, just the gunk, the extra fatty tissue, like leftover prescription drugs that are still floating around in there that shouldn't be floating around there. It helps unclog your lymphatic drain system. It helps stimulate your lymphatic drain system. And like your lymphatic drain system, it's huge. I mean, it runs along your whole body. It helps flush things that should and shouldn't be in your body, and it helps your body find mutated cells or items that shouldn't be there, so it can alert your body, hey, we need to push this out, or hey, we need to digest this. And then we do yoni steams. So yoni steams are not the most highly talked about detoxes, just because they're more personal and private, and they're deemed more for females. So a yoni steam is basically like a really intense facial for your yoni. And so it dates back to old African medicine. And basically what happens is you sit on what they call like a yoni pot or a honey pot, and it's steamed right into that area. You do it, you have to have your legs slightly spread because you want to make sure that it captures that area. But for like people that experience like chronic like yeast infections, chronic UTIs, BV, things like that, it helps to purge those pores down there. But it also helps if you like lubrication. Like as we get older,
It's almost like the bacteria, you're being
you're purging that right out. Yeah.
So for women, say perimenopause, menopause, experiencing that dryness,
changes, yeah.
the changes,
Yeah.
that helps it.
Oh, a million
Wow.
percent.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Very good to know. I know. I was like, excuse me.
Seriously, that even helps that area?
Yeah.
Wow.
It helps tighten. It helps lubrication because sometimes, now I'm no doctor, no PhD in any which way, but just through my own research and education, like sometimes down there, just like you would get like a clogged like hair pore down there, you can get clogged pores in other ways too that don't allow our natural fluids to flow out where they're supposed to be flowing out from.
I did learning something new.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'm like, what?
Yeah, so it's a very like sacred detox, and so those sessions, there's huge energy exchange with those sessions. So we go into them with some prayer. I bless the cherubim before you get there, and then you do your detox, and hopefully whatever was supposed to come out or go in happens. It usually does because people usually leave feeling a million percent better.
Do you see a change in the water or anything like that after a detox?
Not the yanis. Like the foot detox, yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
not
the
yanis.
detox
Yeah,
would.
not the yanis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are kind of the most popular ones, and then I do offer one that you take home. So parasite, I always highly recommend a parasite cleanse. I recommend everybody that I know to do it at least twice a year. And then heavy metal detox cleanse as we are more and so on our cell phones and the radiation, we have 5G, this whole thing that we need to pay attention to. So radiation detox, so that's brand new in the store in Gleam. So I have a take-home radiation detox tea. And then just like a full like full body detox or like a colon cleanse. Like get out with any gunk that's stuck. So our bodies are made to be well-oiled machines. So everything in our body is supposed to work together. So sometimes like when we have this conversation all the time, sometimes we can feel like knee pain and we're like, oh my gosh, it's my knee, but it really has nothing to do with your knee. It's something going on over here in like your hip area, right? That's causing an extra pull down here. And so we're like focused right on here, but really everything is connected, literally in the world and in our bodies, everything is connected. And we got to start paying attention to our bodies as a whole. And that's why I always say like detoxing, getting out the gunk that's stuck in there will help everything work better. Brain fog, I mean, sometimes I trip over my words and I'm like, oh, I need a detox. Like I'm starting to.
Okay.
I call them verbal typos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not realize that. And there are times when I know I should have had detox.
Yeah, I think we really should.
I definitely want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to these detoxes, like how often can they be done and how many can be done together?
It really depends on what you're battling.
Okay.
So
I don't want somebody to walk in and be like, I need all of these and then do them all.
Yeah,
on the
you
same
can't
day.
do them
You know
all
what I mean?
at
That would
once.
be crazy.
It's an overload on your liver and your kidney. You can't do it all at once. And it's an overload on your lymphatic system too.
Yeah.
So you don't want to overload yourself where your body says too much and shuts down. It's just like your mind. If you're overloading your mind, you're too busy, you're overwhelmed. What happens? You're kind of like, oh, I need a break. I'm going to stop. So your body is like the same way. Your body works the same way. It's like, oh, I need a break. I'm going to stop. It's going to make you fatigue. It's going to and heighten your brain fog. You're going to want to take a nap, or you're going to watch sugary foods, something you're going to crave things that you don't normally crave. So you can't do multiple detoxes in a single session. I wouldn't even have you do like a foot detox and then send you home with like the radiation tea. I would tell you to spread those out. So, but that's also a perk that you get coming to see me is that you get that education too on how to safely do these detoxes. So on average, for like the average human, I would say you should at least be doing one serious detox once a quarter. So 4 times a year, one serious detox.
Yeah.
It could be
Very
the foot
good to know.
detox. It could be, the sweat detox. It could just, a mild detox is going to the gym. That's going to stimulate your lymphatic drain system. Going to the gym, it also keeps your body healthy and happy. And then sitting in the sauna afterwards, even if it's just for 5 minutes, that's a mild detox for your body. Yeah. So, you can do that too. But then do a major one, do a big one. And then there is another gal in downtown. I always reference her too. I won't say her name because I don't know if she wants to be on. But she does colonics. And after doing major detoxes and going through, programs with my clients, I always say, and now you should, if you feel comfortable, now you should go see this guy.
So it would
and do
make
colonics.
sense to do the detox first.
Yes.
and then
Oh, yes.
do that.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because I know people that do
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
I've always been interested in like a colonic.
Do it.
Just like, I don't know.
Do it.
It's almost
I
like
do them.
Spirits are having a bad. It's the only way I can
It's
describe
just
it.
the whole process of getting there and
The person that I'm referring to is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. She makes you feel so comfortable, and it's not as like weird. As soon as you're there, you're just like,
I'm like, I don't know
"Eh,
how to say it.
yeah.
I mean, I don't like butt stuff.
Yeah. Well, me neither. Me neither.
But she doesn't normally like
It's just weird, kind of weird. I'm like, but I know it would be so beneficial, because
It's hugely
I've heard
beneficial.
people have lost like 5 pounds of yuck.
But it's not like that.
No,
like,
no,
Yeah,
no,
you're not doing it for that
no,
reason.
not that. It's of yuck.
No,
Yeah.
but like this procedure is not like
Oh,
it's not like
not like that one.
stuff. So it's very different. It's
Got you.
so much smaller
Okay.
than that.
Well, yeah. Well, I hope so.
Yeah, it's so
That
much
would be
smaller than that,
strange.
and just very different. It's like when you go in for your pap smear.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's like uncomfortable. You got
But
to
you
do
get
it, get
through
it
it.
done, but you get through it.
Yeah.
This isn't even as bad as a pap smear
Pap
for
smear
us
sucks.
ladies.
Those
You know that,
suck.
yeah.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
don't like those types
You
of
heard
things.
it here first.
Yeah, but you should. I highly recommend that to everybody. Just because stuff just does get stuck in there.
Well,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? We don't
yeah.
have the best food here in America. We have a lot of crap in our food, and our bodies were not designed to digest the shit that's in our food. And so some of that stuff can't get digested and it sits there. And then, on average, about 90% of Americans have parasites.
Yeah.
So they love when we're backed up. They love when there's a leftover particle because they get to hide there. Like parasites like to hide. Like their whole lifespan is to hide.
I'll be doing that one first.
And reproduce, So parasites are huge for me. We've had,
especially traveling too. I'm like, I've
yeah.
traveled a lot. I'm going to be doing that one first.
And I don't know, I always say this, and I don't know if anybody remembers this commercial. This could be one of those Bears things. What is that called? The something effect. Where it changes the name. Mandela.
There you go. There you go.
So this could be totally a Mandela effect thing. But I tell this to everybody, and nobody ever seems to remember this damn video. So parasites, like I said, when I was learning herbal stuff all by myself when I was 16, I don't remember the year, but I remember there was this video that went around, and I remember everybody seen it, and I remember everybody around me was like, "Oh my God, have you seen that video?" But it was kind of before I feel like it was before social media, but I can't place it. But there was this, I don't know if it was a piece of steak raw or a piece of pork, and they poured Coca-Cola over it. Okay, so
and the worms came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I remember that.
Do you remember that video?
Disgusting. I was like, "Is that really happened? Is that really what's going on?"
But it was like a random maybe YouTube, but
it was like a
reaction
video.
How long ago?
This was years, years.
I remember that.
And so
and I was just
they were
like,
saying how yes,
Ew.
they were saying how you shouldn't eat undercooked pork because this is what comes out of your meat. And the fact that they poured Coca-Cola over it in order for to disrupt the parasites that come out of the meat. I mean, that was before AI, I think. I don't know how long AI has really been around, but
was it CGI?
right?
Hey friends, it's Kristy J from the Open Circle podcast. I am so excited to share that we are opening up sponsorship opportunities for the show. If you have a business, a brand, or a service that you are proud of, this is your chance to get in front of real people who love authentic conversation, creativity, and community. As a sponsor, your business will get shout outs in our weekly episodes, links in our show notes, and featured across all of our social media platforms. Your support helps us continue to grow this podcast, upgrade our equipment, and create more content for you, as well as building something special for our listeners and the women in our community. So if you would like to collaborate and become a sponsor, send us an email at the Open Circle Podcast, ca@gmail.com, and let's grow together.
So, man, I don't even remember the year.
I remember that video.
I tried. I freaking tried, and I cannot find.
I'm gonna
that
find it.
video.
Find it.
it.
I'm gonna find it.
I've never heard of that.
And then I started thinking, is this a Mandela effect? Like, is this a Berenstain
Right,
Bears?
and you just got rid of it to where you're like, oh no, that didn't happen, because there were some other things that they were saying, oh, it's the Mandela effect. No, this didn't, and I'm like, that happened. What are you talking about? That actually
Like
happened.
Shaq, right? Wasn't it like no?
No, it was something
Shampoo.
recently, but
Oh.
yeah, I was just like, no way, this is weird. Okay. we can
Okay,
go
so
off
yeah,
on a tangent.
so parasites. Clear those
Good to
buddies
know.
out for
Good.
sure.
And you like recommend those like twice a year or once a year?
Yeah, so parasite cleanses, as soon as you've gotten to a point where you feel like you have purged them out, I recommend them, like twice a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
And
to
some people
know.
have more than others. I mean, parasites are linked to a lot of things. I mean, they
Oh,
could
that
be
makes
linked to like
sense.
people who have eczema. Like, they create
Oh.
chaos in our body. They're so chaotic in there. And they eat your nutrition. Like, so you could
Oh,
be
yeah.
thinking like you're eating the most amazing diet, like you're
You're not
taking your
getting nothing.
vitamins, you're working out, you're eating good, blah 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 blah. They don't care. They're eating
Parasites
it
taking
first.
it, yeah.
They're
It's
eating it
just like
first.
when a cat or
no
a
longer
dog
hungry
gets
for lunch.
worms.
Yes.
They're not getting the proper nutrition because the parasites are. So that's why they say you got to be on a bland diet
Yes.
for the pets, which is like chicken and rice and like bone broth, and then they get better. But yeah, they suck it all out of you, and
Yep.
ew,
Okay.
little nasties.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
You
But
guys
if you're
asked.
looking for a detox, you guys,
You
I think we have someone very knowledgeable here, right here.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
You will definitely be seeing me soon.
Yeah.
Right?
So, I mean, so COVID really was that turning point for me to put a name on what I was already doing, basically.
Yeah.
And
And you opened up a
California
brick and mortar.
and then I opened up a brick and mortar right after kind of the world opened up again. And I took a chance on
scary was
myself.
that? Right after
It was
COVID.
so scary.
Yeah.
So scary. But it's like, if not then, when?
Exactly.
Right?
You know?
I agree.
Yeah. And it's like,
I feel like you have so much support too.
You know, when I ended up opening the brick and mortar for CG, it was a huge turning point in my life. There was a huge family event that had just occurred. So I don't know if tragedy makes me run faster, but I found that every time something big hits and a big life change hits,
Pushed you further.
I run, like not run away, like I run even faster towards my goal. And
Like it makes you realize how short life is. And you're like, I want to do the thing.
Yes. Because
So-
of that drive to want to.
Yeah, and so I made my way to downtown.
I love having you down. I can't imagine you not downtown.
Yeah.
Me too. I can't imagine.
You're like the downtown mascot. I
She
swear
really
to God.
is.
You're involved in so
I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, that is good.
No, it's a great
That is
thing.
great.
I just feel like since her location has
Yeah.
been downtown, you've just started getting more and more and more involved in the community down there.
Yeah,
And
and it's great down there. Like downtown is so unique, and I mean I can't speak for any other downtown because I haven't been in one, but you know, prior to being downtown, I was in a boutique at the streets of Brentwood, and what the streets of Brentwood are doing right now is great.
Mhm.
It's phenomenal. I love watching their growth too.
Same here.
But it was different back then when I was there. It was different. It wasn't how downtown is. Like,
There's just a different feel.
yeah,
Like
like
I love downtown.
me
Yeah,
too.
I came from downtown Hayward,
Yeah,
and I instantly fell in love with downtown Brentwood because
Mhm.
it has that same
yes,
feeling. Like you can't explain it. You
Yeah.
I
just
can't.
you feel it when you're there.
If
You're
I
like,
want to go meet a friend, I'm like, I want to go downtown. I
Yeah.
can
I
always
could
find a
just
place
sit there
to
on
eat,
a
somewhere to
bench and
go.
people watch and be at ease.
I love
It's so
that.
comfortable there. So I want to know a little bit more about who you have hidden up inside of CG over there.
oh yeah.
You have
Well,
a lot of
we have a lot
does.
of girls up in
yeah, you have
there.
a lot of gals there. Tell us
How
about
many
them.
gals do you have?
Well, shit. Now you're gonna make me count.
I have a
Let me
calculator just
name
in
them.
case.
No, Sarah is up there. Sarah is our resident photographer, so she has a suite up there. So she does in studio and then she does on site photography. So she is absolutely amazing. And then we have Teresa. Teresa's our resident masseuse, so she's up there. Her room is right next to Sarah's. So she does everything. You guys know who she is, and if you don't know who Teresa is, California Bliss, you need to. And then we have Stevie. Stevie is our lash gal. She is absolutely phenomenal. She's been doing it for more years than I can count. We have Brianna. Brianna also does lashes. They share a room there. And then we have Michaela. Michaela's there one day a week, and she is our waxologist. She's also the other spray tan technician up there.
Nice.
So she's pretty phenomenal. And then we have Veronica. Veronica is our cosmetologist. Her and I share a bed at Studio 71 where I pierce out of, because she also does microblading at Studio 71. So we formed a relationship there. And then when she went off to cosmetology school for hair, to kind of pursue and follow that dream, I had a space for her. So it kind of just worked out. So we're kind of partners at two different locations. So she's there and she does hair in the evenings and on weekends. We have a new girl, Amber, coming. Amber should be starting October 1st. She also does hair. So she's going to be sharing the room with Veronica during the days, during the daytime when Veronica has another job during the day. So during the daytime when Veronica's not there, Amber will be there. So it's kind of like the first time that I've said that out loud. So
Yay!
Welcome, Amber.
and then we have Beauty by Sammy. So Beauty by Sammy is one of our newer Gleam babes. And so she does lashes as well. She does waxing as well, but she also does permanent jewelry. So it's a piece of the pie that we didn't have before.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
so we had it for a little bit and doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
she's here. She does permanent jewelry. Super excited to have her there. And then if you go down the stairs and around the corner to Chestnut, you have myself. My service room is located at the boutique on Chestnut. And then we have Nat. Nat does body contouring. She does fat dissolvers, kind of like body enhancement. And then she's in school right now to be a nurse. And so we're going to see some different services come out of her after her nursing program is over, which we're super excited about. So we can get to add even more wellness to the CG's list.
I think you're going to need a bigger location.
It sounds like it because I lost count.
Wellness center.
Yeah. I lost count of how many awesome women you have on your team, and
I didn't realize you had
so many different services. That's such a beautiful thing.
It's literally pretty much everything you need.
Under
for mind, body, and soul. Yeah,
that's great though.
Yeah.
I love that.
We went around the corner. What's around the corner?
So
what is this other business that you have?
Well, so California Gleam is on Oak Street, and then you come down the stairs and you walk around the corner. It's literally less than a 5-minute walk, you guys. But it's on Chestnut Street. So again, my service room and Nat's service room is over there. But then we have a little micro boutique in the front, and that is Gleam. Gleam is a subsidiary. It's a sister business of California Gleam, and so Gleam Boutique is on Chestnut. And she just, I mean, we expanded so much on Oak that we had one suite with 3 service rooms, and then we expanded again. So we took over the suite next to us that had 2 service rooms. And then we expanded again, and we're
I
like,
know.
what do we do? And really, we couldn't go left or right anymore. We were kind of maxed out on Oak Street. And so we dabbled with the thought of Chestnut. And when we first dabbled with it, it wasn't necessarily exactly what we needed. We were going to try to make what we had work. And then we were like, no, actually, we can't. We can't make what we have worked. We got to expand bigger. And so we did. And we were lucky enough, God willing, got into Chestnut, which had 2 service rooms. And then it had this like area in the front. And we were like, well, what do we do with this part? You know? And why not make it into a little micro boutique to showcase some amazing other artists that are here in Brentwood and surrounding areas, you know, to offer like a space to help others chase after their dream too. And I always say this, like, I always wanted somebody to give me a chance. I always wanted somebody to get my just toe in the door to like move on to that next step.
The toe in the dough,
The
too.
toe in the
Shoot,
dough,
give me some
yeah.
of that dough.
But just
I
to
always
believe in you,
Yeah.
give you that opportunity.
It's a really good feeling.
Yeah. And so we're not the biggest boutique downtown. We're
But
actually
you
the
are
smallest.
the most unique boutique
I'm gonna have to agree.
downtown. I swear, there are so many things in there that you would
I'd
find
like
at
to
like,
point out.
oh yeah,
my
I'm wearing
bracelet.
jewelry here.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
I
you're
seen
so
this on
cute.
Gloria, and I was like, "Where did you get that?" I think I walked over there.
Well,
right
you think that you've
immediately.
seen everything and you haven't. You go in another time, you're like, wait a minute, or she'll put up a video and you're like, where was that when I was there? I want that item.
Well, I can't tell you how many times Michelle will bring home something. I'm like,
yeah.
where did you get that from?
I mean, you have so many amazing vendors in there, including myself. Hey.
Yes.
But I love everything. Like, I like to shop everybody else's stuff. Like, I'm a girly girl. I like seeing the cute little books and the candles, and I love it all.
We're very bright and bold, and I love that. But we're also I also wanted to create such a safe space too, because that was important to me. For like vendors like yourself, like you do have your products in my store, but I wanted to create such a safe space that like we can still talk about ideas of how to make even your brand bigger, better. And I do that with everyone. I take time to sit with each one of my vendors, maybe not actually like sit, but you know, if they ever text me with a question, or if I'm like, hey, I thought of an idea for you, not even for me, for you, this will benefit you, not me, but take this and run with it if you can, and I'll help you.
That's collaboration.
Sometimes 2 brains are better than one.
Yeah.
Like, an outsider is going to see more of your potential than you would, because you're self-sabotaging yourself.
Right.
You know, we're one of our toughest critics and stuff like that. But
yeah.
And out there networking, you meet people and you're like, God, if you two connected.
And that's happened. That's actually happened a lot recently. That, I mean, sometimes you just pray to have that right conversation, to be at the right place at the right time, to have that right conversation.
Oh, I love when those happen.
Yeah. And a lot of these recent conversations I've been having, I'm like, this conversation wasn't for me. I needed to be here because I was the person that they knew, but this conversation wasn't for me. So let me pass this along. And to be able to have that opportunity to do that and watch others grow around me, man, there's just not a better feeling than that. There really isn't. And I watched that, and you know, all the girls, you know, on Oak Street too, and you know, I don't know, there's just
I feel like we rise further by rising others.
Yeah.
You know?
I love those little chickens. I do.
I know you do. I know every time you guys do like a company table at an event, whether it's a gala or something like that, everyone is always looking at that table with envy. Look at them.
Speaking of the gala, somebody here won Business of the Year.
Yes.
Hello.
Right here.
Congratulations.
You earned that. You deserve that.
Thank you.
I am so glad you won that.
I was shocked.
Were you really?
Yeah.
I knew. Anybody would be in that situation.
Well, in knowing you and being one of your vendors and like seeing your magic manifest, like I knew you had to get that. Like it's not just you. There's so many people that are under both of your businesses that it wasn't you all won.
Yeah.
And it was really beautiful to see.
And you could feel that.
Yeah.
Like it was all of them that was winning.
And it is.
And that table was fun. Okay, the gala table, you had it decorated so cute for everybody.
Everybody's looking at the table going,
pink champagne glasses, like we had little mirrors. Like it was so cute, but that table was not forgettable whatsoever. Like I'll tell you what, everybody remembered that table. And then you showed up as well with the same energy, with the same support at How dinners as well.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love your community love.
She's very consistent.
Yes.
It's a brand, at the end of the day, it's a brand. Like like we'll just use you for example because you're here, honey, but like you have your own brand. This is your own product, this is your own brand, and we're only connected by an umbrella, right? But because we're connected by that umbrella, like I respect that so much, right? With all of my vendors and all of my specialists, they are running their own individual businesses with right alongside me. I'm just there, hey, if you need that extra push, like I'm going to push you along. So when I did win Business of the Year, it wasn't me who won business. It was
the Gleam team.
It was the Gleam team, and I take that so seriously because without them, I mean, they make up California Gleam. I may be like the main like spokesperson for it, but they help feed me too. Yeah, and so sometimes when I get lower, or I get out of ideas or something, like I could reach out to any one of them and be like, hey, what you got going on? What do you got going on? And then it reignites that fire to help me.
I love that.
Keep going. So I mean, I as much as like they come to me and be like, oh my god, like you motivate me so much. I'm like, shit, you guys motivate me too. You guys have no idea. Like you motivate me too. Keep me going. Yeah. So I really found some hella great human beings to surround myself with and to be a part of their journey with, and I feel absolutely blessed for that. Yeah,
I'm sure they feel the same.
I hope they do. Why wouldn't they?
Right?
And they also got each other too, so it's not just me. Like they got each other to lean on and have somebody closely in like-minded or liked career paths that they can talk to. Like entrepreneurship is not for the weak at all.
Oh God,
no,
for the weak.
It is definitely not.
Yeah,
Not
for the weak.
Yeah, you gotta go out there and push yourself
all the time.
All
the time.
I've been trying to hold it in.
And break.
and break. Good.
So, Sarah, you're not only a business owner, but you're a mama as well. And what is something that you wish that people can see more clearly aside from mom to woman to friend?
I feel like people tend to be different in all of their, sometimes it's valid, but they tend to be different in all of their roles, I guess to say. I don't know if I'm going to explain this clearly. But like I just am who I am. All the time.
Say I've only met who you are.
And I
have not seen any other versions.
Yeah. But some people like act different in their career, and then they'll go home and they'll be different. And I've seen that a lot. And I guess to say that it's just so much easier to just be authentic, and just carry over who you are to all spectrums. And I try to tell like my children that like integrity is huge, like who you are when like nobody's watching, that's your integrity. And and one of the things that I've always told my kids too, like when they're in a situation and I'm not there, imagine me sitting next to you, and would I like what's going to happen next? And if I wouldn't like what's going to happen next, it's probably the wrong thing to do. And my kids I mean, maybe I have an exception to the rules to my children. My children are absolutely They're just amazing human beings. But they have integrity. And a lot of that, is, they have to have self-respect in order to have such high integrity, but they also have to have been taught that. And so, kudos to, either their father and I for helping instill that in them. And then also like to be authentic all the time. You don't have to put on like a mask for certain things. And that was one of the harder lessons to teach my daughters, because sometimes you just want to be liked when you're young and a teenager, and you want to be liked, and you're trying to be in, you act a little bit different around this crowd than you do around this crowd. And teaching my daughters that as adults now, we say it like, your tribe will find you. So you stay authentic to who you are all the time. And so I guess a long way to answer your question is, I wish that more people understood the power of just being themselves.
100%.
And we're not going to win everybody over. And honestly, that's not even part of the game. You're not here to win anybody over. You're here to live authentically. You're here to absolutely like show all the love possible, learn grace, learn compassion for any and everybody around you, regardless of if.
And know that you're going to flaw. You're going to make mistakes. That's part of our growth. That's part of
grace
right.
for oneself. Like we don't have enough grace for our own selves a lot of the times. But just to not have to put on that mask for the different roles of your life. Like my children,
you gotta remember everything.
Yeah, who wants to do that? Like
yourself is just yourself.
With masks in the past, and I probably feel more freedom today without being more authentic. I went through a little bit of fear before the podcast started, because like, oh my God, I'm going to be doing a podcast. I'm going to expose myself, and I thought, just be you.
Yeah,
just be you. And who cares?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And you're So, and your right audience, the right audience is going to find you. And they're going to, and the people that tune in and be like, you know what, she's not for me. That's okay.
Hey, I am not.
But I am someone's shot of whiskey. But you know what? I've experienced those fears and those masks, but when I was younger, and being torn between like mom and stepmom and dad, and not wanting to upset one or the other, so you wear this mask like, no, I didn't have fun with her. No, I didn't have fun going and seeing my mom. Oh no, my parents are not as nice as you, like just all these, and it was so tiring. And finally, when I was 18, I was able to just break free and really start honing in on me and finding me. And I'm in my mid 40s now, and it's still taken some time to just be like,
it's not a
I
destination.
don't care if you like me or not. This is who I am. I know I'm a good person. I know I mean well, but I'm going to be genuine through and through.
Yeah.
I'm going to be blunt and honest. I'm not a sugarcoater, but I'm going to be that friend that you can talk to. I got the listening ear. I'm going to give you some good advice, and I'm going to tell you when you're wrong.
Yeah.
You don't like that? You're not my tribe.
Yeah.
That's okay. I want more people like that in my life.
Yeah. And finding who you are, really, like, there is no like ending to that, right? There is no like goal.
Oh,
yeah.
Constantly growing.
I mean, who I am today is not who I was 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, God. Thank God I'm not.
I mean, me too, but like, as you know better, you do better. I say that all the time. As we know better, we do better. So we're constantly learning. And if you allow yourself to not be stuck in a state of mind like, I already know what I need to know, and there's nothing else for me to know, you allow yourself to grow and evolve, and that's part of the process too. It's part of the journey. Like this, I don't know. Like some people think they're like, oh, I made it. Like there is no goalpost. Like it literally is just all a journey.
Something else will change, more expansion, and more.
I mean, you'll lose people, you'll gain people. You know, like big life events. You know, marriage, buying homes, having children, divorce. You know, losing loved ones, friends, losing pets. That's a huge one.
Things change.
Yeah, things change.
Yeah.
And so you have to be able to, again, have grace for oneself to get you through those emotions too, and through those times, and then move forward. So I just think that people, if we could take off the mask of being different people in different scenarios and just be us, I just think we would be a lot happier.
Yeah.
I think so
No,
too.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So,
And it's easier.
it is. So you don't have to remember stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't have to remember anything.
So as you said, motherhood and entrepreneurship take a lot of grace and grit.
Yes.
So what is one of the lessons that you've learned from balancing both of those worlds?
To be realistic, man, you got to be realistic with your time. You got to. I literally just had this conversation with my daughter this morning. I was telling her that right now my work-life balance is a little bit off, but be aware of it.
Yeah.
And be okay to adjust as necessary. So honestly, my situation is slightly different because my family is like highly involved in my work too. Like my youngest daughter works at the boutique on Saturday mornings during farmers market. So if you ever go into my store, you see my daughter, be nice to her. Sometimes
better be nice to her, 'cause
right.
I like that little girl.
And then, sometimes my other daughter pops in. She's actually like in training to be the spa manager. She'll be taking kind of over, like making sure California Gleamin has everything that they need, that their fridge is stocked, things like that. Hiring whoever she needs to hire to fix things there. So she's training to do that. So my family is like really highly involved in my business too. So I have a slight crossover. But I also have to respect boundaries there too. So with that being said, like they're kind of my employees, but they're also my children first. And so I have to respect the family aspect of it first.
You gotta cut certain things off.
And I'm the first one like, hey, like we needed, my youngest daughter had a doctor's appointment yesterday. The boutique is open till 4. We can only get her in at 3:10. And I'm like, that's more important. I gotta go.
Yeah.
That's one of the luxuries of owning your own space. But like, I had to close early. I had to go. That was something that I couldn't miss. And so, like just being able to be realistic with your time, realistic with your goals, and prioritize what needs to be first. And families
first. Oh,
yeah.
And people.
Yeah. It's okay to say no.
Yeah. It's okay to say no. Yeah. So, but then on the flip side of that, it's also great that my children, my son included, that he's able to see like his parent or their parent be so determined, and that they're going to grow up with a state of mind that nothing is impossible because they've watched their mom do everything from nothing, So they're going to grow up with that state of mind. And to me, like if I do nothing else great in life, if I just sit on my hands and twiddle my toes, I've already fulfilled what I feel like I needed to fulfill. I've raised some amazing human beings who have ambition like nobody's business. They're very determined for their own personal goals. They have a lot of, desires to still become even better than what they are now. And
I'm sure that was passed down though from your generation and the family, your mom and grandma, because I noticed you have a lot of pictures of you and your mom. Is it you and your mom and your grandma?
No, I don't have grandparents. It's my mom. I only have my mom and my dad. And they're here in Brentwood. So I don't really have much family. So I wish it was. I wish I could say it was that. But my mom was a very hardworking woman. And part of my journey here this time around was to break some cycles for generations to come. So I actually am going to be the one that's the one that is starting that. And I know you and I have had this conversation, and that is a huge role, a huge weight to bear. I feel like I'm doing it with as much grace as possible. I feel like I'm doing it with as much integrity as I can without disrespecting, my ancestors and my family before me. And just because I don't have a relationship with that side of my family,
it's made you stronger.
It really set the tone for what needed to happen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like the same cycles would have continued.
Oh yeah.
Did I want it to be on my watch? Hell no. Did I want it to be in this role and feel like this was something that was put in my lap and on my plate? No, it's hard. It's hard to see negative of your family, admit it, and still try to love through it.
Yeah.
Still try to have empathy through it.
Forgiveness.
Still forgiveness. And then teach now my offspring, the next generation, that this is how we're going to do it. So I completely tried to flip that table and be like, we're not doing that. We're not going to do that. We're going to lead with love. We're going to lead with grace. We're going to lead with actual family and togetherness. And sometimes I feel a little bit more like the glue, that's holding a lot of it together. And that's a heavy role. It's a heavy role. But it's one hell of a rewarding one too at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is.
And, for many years I kind of like fought that role. Like I try to be like, nope, this isn't, I don't know what you're guys thinking. This isn't me. I don't know. Don't give me this. And I tried to kind of swindle my way out of it because I didn't accept it. I was rejecting it because I'm like, there's no way that this is, but in all actuality, it was going to fall on me anyways. And, people are always like, I don't know why God thinks I'm so strong. He's giving me all these things and then people are like, well, because you're so strong, like God only gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And I just want to be like, oh, I curse this man. I would, but it's true. Like, I mean, it's true. There has to be a person, because if it's not you, hopefully it's going to be somebody else. But are you just going to sit around and hope that somebody else is going to help change the world? Or are you going to sit there and change the world?
Yeah.
Like,
well, you can always post something on social media and hope it changes everyone's mind.
Yeah, everybody's probably thinking or saying the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Social media.
I don't know. Like
I feel that so much. Like,
I agree.
I could tell that you are the glue just by how you've operated,
the
passion, everything you're involved in. Like, my grandma was the glue.
Mm-hmm.
So when she had passed, it was like we were shattered pieces. And I tried to be the glue because I missed having my family together. I missed those traditions that we'd always do, birthdays, holidays, all the things. And they kind of just looked at me like, who the hell do you think you are? And I'm like, but nobody's doing it. And I don't want to miss you guys. And I don't want us to miss out on things. And that was over 15 years ago.
Yeah. And nobody's still doing it.
Nobody's doing anything. And it's so heartbreaking.
Yeah. And sometimes it's like you have
your own family.
You have to build your own family, or you have to just swallow your pride and just try to do it again. And sometimes it's not even really for the other people. Sometimes it's just for you.
That's probably very true. Sometimes it is about swallowing your pride and just going, you know what? I'm going to give it a try again because I'm doing this from a place of love.
Yeah.
That's exactly where it was from. And I tried and it wasn't accepted. So I was like, okay, well now
and sometimes it doesn't work.
To build
no matter what you
my own family, it's time to do it here. I'm still going to find a way because
I miss that connection with people. I miss those traditions, and I just want everybody to feel the love, and I want to feel the love too. So it is kind of selfish in a way, but I also want to bring people together that normally wouldn't have that connection as well.
I don't think there's anything selfish about
Good.
that.
Sometimes I feel selfish. I'm like, I just want us to all be together and love on each other.
I mean, if that's like your true intent, like to bring, people together, community, and
I love being
love,
and I love seeing people having fun,
and that's probably your superpower of being a host, So lean into that and don't. Yeah, and I would totally take that selfish word and toss it.
I'll be over for Thanksgiving.
Thank you for making me feel better about that.
Yeah,
certain things like that you keep inside, and you're like, damn, like.
Well, it's just because we're overthinkers of everything that we do.
Yeah, but your family can also make you feel some type of way too. Sure, so you're just like, shit.
Yeah. No, I think if your pure intent is to just spread love and bring people together, there's not.
They don't want to be here. That's fine.
So the thing is that when you're spreading love, the ones that want the love come toward it. Just have no expectations.
No, none. Oh my God, that's like something I learned at a young age.
But that's a hard lesson.
It is a hard lesson because we
and it could pop
expectations.
It could re-pop back up, rear its ugly head, like every so often, even when you think that you've healed from it, even when you think like you've got it under control.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that not too long ago. Triggers.
Yeah.
Those lovely little triggers.
Yeah.
And you could think you're healed and something happens and it re-triggers something.
Yeah.
So
instead of letting it trigger me, I pivoted and said, no, I'm going to do something else.
Yeah.
Instead, because I don't want this to be an every year thing or,
There's a great thing about triggers, though. I'm so glad that you brought that up. It's a great thing about triggers that I've learned for myself is that
please do share.
When you are triggered, that is actually one of the best positions you can be in. And let me explain why.
Please.
Okay. So we're always set up for tests. Like the human, this world, Earth has this whole life in general is set up. We are set up to be tested through and through. And whether you call him God, Jesus, whether you spirit, Allah, Buddha, like whatever you want to call
higher being, whatever.
Your higher being, source. I respect it all. But like the main goal is to help you heal, right? That's the main goal, right? And so when we're triggered, even though you said, oh, I felt like, I could have been healed and then I'm triggered. Well, you're triggered as a test for you to utilize all those tools that you were supposed to have learned and how to properly,
and how you would do it differently.
Yes. Yes. And so when you are triggered, you have to be like, stop.
I've been on this road before.
I've seen this shit before.
This is not happening
What
again.
do we need to learn now?
So it may not be what we need to learn. What in my little handy dandy box here, what do I pull out now that's going to make this
from everything I've learned
so it doesn't disrupt everything else? Because disrupting your own peace is very crucial to how you're going to react, and you may destroy things that you didn't mean to destroy. So when you're triggered, it's actually a very powerful moment for you because we are meant to stop. We are meant to look within. We're meant to pause. We're meant to have conversations with your source and really hone in and utilize whatever it is that you learn. Go through all your files, find that particular page that was in the book and say, okay, now I need to do this. Now I need to start with this. It may not first time, it may not help you be untriggered. First time, it may not be happy.
Recognize
but it'll help you recognize so you do not destroy things or so you do not
repeat. I guess repeat so you're not repeating a pattern. Like you're wanting to break that cycle, and things are habitual.
Yeah,
the way we respond, the way we get triggered, you have to be able to own your own shit and be able to go, okay, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah,
I don't want to be this person anymore. Reactive.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and then go home and,
cry it out, do what you got to do.
Cry, scream,
but get over it. Don't stay stuck there.
Yeah.
It's like you said, look at the tools of everything you've gained, the knowledge, the wisdom.
Yeah, because you've learned a lot of shit throughout all these years. Like, there is a whole file cabinet full of all the shit that you've learned. Yeah. And a lot of times we don't revert back to that file cabinet. We don't shift through.
We get back to that incident that caused the trigger.
Or just
start thinking about it.
We're just so reactive in that moment. And that's, that's evolved into a product of our society too, because we have our cell phones. We have, everything is like at our fingertips.
I can ask ChatGPT
right now.
Yeah.
I don't even know who WebMD is anymore. You know what I
mean? Isn't that like part of MySpace? I mean,
oh my God. Google's over there like trying to look at ChatGPT like, wait, what are you doing? But so we have all these answers so immediate. And then also our responses from people are almost expected immediately too, right? Because you text somebody and you're like, you got my text, text me back. But it's things take time, as so do we. So society has made us but that's not how human brain emotions, our nervous system, we need to be settled down. So, you have to find your right tool. You have to find that right page in the filing cabinet and reutilize it. And then as you start practicing that, well, for me, this is my personal experience. As I started practicing that more and more, I was able to spot the trigger before it became a trigger.
That's good.
And then I was able
mastery to me.
Yeah. And then I was able to remove myself from the trigger ever even happened. And then I was like,
doesn't that feel so powerful though?
Oh, Sarah.
It's just it's amazing. It's amazing.
That to me, that's where I want to be. I mean,
it takes
I'm
practice,
taking
though.
accountability. I'm acknowledging. I'm aware
it's repetition.
That, that I said, just when you think you are healed and then something happens, you're like, wait a minute.
But sometimes it's only happening, not because you're not healed. Sometimes it's only happening.
That was my opportunity to respond differently.
To
be able to use those tools I had learned.
Yeah,
I love the way that you use that.
Yeah, not everything that we go through that could be viewed as negative is supposed to be negative. Sometimes there's
it's like an opportunity to grow.
Yeah, even if it's only a sliver, there is some positivity in everything.
It's unrealistic to say you're not going to get upset. You're not going to get something's not going to happen. But
sometimes you just have to look people straight in the face and be like, "Are you okay? Are you projecting?"
And then, do you need a nap or a hug?
Have a great day.
Yeah,
going over here.
I've been laughing at things a lot, like, oh no, this is not worth our energy. We need to walk away. And
that's okay. That's discernment. That's protection. That is,
I've been trying to get out of those society standards of oh, I text you, you better answer me, and oh, I emailed you, answer it. And I'm like, wait a minute.
That gives me pressure.
No. I'm pulling myself out of the expectation of waiting for an immediate response because we're so used to having these things at our fingertips that we expect that somebody else has their phone right there in their hand.
That is true.
So there are some, because my phone is like my office, so there are times where I can immediately respond because I'm like, oh, dang, I'm already on my phone. Let me just respond to this. And then there's other days I'm like, I don't have the energy right now. I'm going to come back to this.
Yeah.
I'm taking a breather. I'm actually thinking, not the whole thinking before you speak, but it's allowing me to think before I respond. It feels so much better. I'm not rushing into anything.
Yeah. And there's a couple other unique things that I do too is people have to hold space for you for certain things. So if you know that you're bringing something heavy to a friend, to a colleague, to your children, parents, whoever, bringing something to anybody else, if I know I'm bringing something heavy, one of the first things that comes out of my mouth is, do you have space for me? And I asked the other person that, do they have space? Because everybody is going through shit.
I was just saying this last
Everybody
week.
is going through shit.
Sarah, I like that. And I'll be honest, I haven't done that.
Please utilize it. And I'm telling you,
I actually respect that a lot.
I feel like I'm hearing myself speak right now, but on the couch, because I was saying this in one of our other podcasts.
yeah, you have to like.
You need to be able to know how to ask that because you know what you're going to deliver.
It's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
And it's going to take
just because
time.
someone's your best friend or somebody you talk to all the time, it doesn't mean that they have the energy for that.
Yes, everybody is going through something.
I like that. Do you have space for me?
Yeah. I have something?
I like that.
I want to talk, but do you have space?
Right.
And if not now,
it's okay.
You tell me when.
Yeah.
You tell me when because I really want to talk this out with you. And when that happens, it's like you just show that person how much you love and respect them and their time, right? And their mental state, because they're going to be taking on whatever you're about to tell them, whether it's deep for you, shallow for them, whatever, they're going to be taking that on with you.
And it's not just that conversation. It's whatever is after that too.
Yes, because
both of you are now a part of that.
If they're going to be hurting for you, if they're going to cry with you, if they're going to be mourning with you, if they're going to be worried about you, celebrating you, if they're going to be becoming a problem solver with you, like you need to be able to respect others' space, mental space too.
We're all going through something.
Yeah, we're all going through something.
It's a heavy world right now.
Yeah,
like we're all going.
Oh my gosh, right? And then that one is huge for me. And then the other one is I like to always just say thank you, gratitude, just out of the blue, like no rhyme, no reason. We don't have to talk about anything.
And I just like thank you.
Yeah, I just feel
love that.
I want you to know I appreciate you.
And
it
people
just
need to hear that though.
It doesn't. You could not even have done anything for me. We could have just been grabbing our coffee. We could have been talking about this before this happened, and then I could just went over and say, I really appreciate you. Thank you for being you. Good. And how that resets the nervous system and whom you just told that to. Yeah. But also, like, I'm very grateful for everybody in my life. I'm grateful for this opportunity. So both of you, thank you. Like, I'm grateful to everyone in my life, whether good or bad. Like, I'm grateful for the bad ones too. I
You're talking about me. I ain't one of the bad ones. I can be one of the bad ones.
No, but I know what you mean, though. I'm grateful for everything. I feel that.
Yeah. And we often think those things in our head, like, and then they never come out. No. And they should come out more, because I think if you show that kind of, it's respect. At the end of the day, it's respect. And people love respect, everybody does. But it's also just like respect of time, of patience. And it just really resets like the nervous system really good inside the body.
Especially
and it's like a validation.
Yes, there you go.
You know what I mean? Just
and you don't even know how much that person needs to hear. Just like maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Who cares?
Why I mean, it's so easy for me to talk to strangers and compliment a stranger and just
same here.
Yeah, start a conversation, and it's been.
And you can end those types of things with, you know what? Thank you for talking to me today.
Oh yeah, I've done that many times and where I've connected with somebody. I'm like, I'm so grateful we had this conversation.
And then when somebody pays you the compliment, and just say thank you for making that moment for me. Thank you for making that.
And it's very sincere when you have those moments.
Yeah,
there's nothing fake about it. It's actually very sincere.
Yeah, it should always come from that. Yeah, like we were talking about intent, like good intent. And then you find like you attract like what you're putting out.
Oh, I agree.
So
in fact, if I start getting negative things toward me, I will look at myself before I start looking at everybody else. I'm like, what am I attracting?
Yeah, and why?
And why? Yeah. Like
what's going on right now?
And I will self-reflect before I will blame everybody else, especially if it's coming in at so many different angles. I'm like, all right, there's something going on with me that I'm attracting.
Well, that's also very mature, though, because a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah, a lot of people just point the finger. They don't
that's
take
the easy
accountability whatsoever.
Yeah.
So So attract good shit. Putting out good shit.
Right?
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What is a conversation that you wish women in business and women in motherhood felt safer to have with each other?
I really believe in like the drowning aspect that we feel, like that overwhelmness that we feel. And I feel like a lot of, like I'm getting so much better, but from my personal experience, like asking for help was hard.
Oh, yes.
Because you don't want people to think like you're not making it, you're not doing it, you're not doing a good
job.
Business
is failing,
right?
She can't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So being able to just suppress that pride and ego and be able to be like, fuck, dude, like whatever I'm doing, like it's good, but it could be great. Do you have any ideas for me? Any suggestions for me? Especially somebody like having like mentors. Like I think we should have mentors too in every aspect of our business. Because there's always going to be somebody out there that's done it longer than you.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they've went through hella trials, hella errors, probably wanted to throw in the towel more times than they can count. So they've been there. They've encountered your issue that you're currently facing. And so, but then this doesn't even have to be with business. This could be with motherhood too. Like I'm raising 3 kids like by myself. My kids are older, but I mean, I'm still like their sole parent. And so, sometimes that shit gets overwhelming. Like sometimes I don't know how to respond when an issue comes up. I mean,
you're like ChatGPT.
Yeah.
How do I respond to this?
I mean, this is like in all
different times.
Yeah. So the world I was raised in, the world we were raised
Totally
in,
different.
doesn't exist
No,
anymore.
not at all.
And so the world that I'm raising my children is completely different. But not only that, but like I've never been my age before. I've never had, my son's 25 and then, my middle daughter's 19 and my youngest is 17. I've never had a 25-year-old son before. This is my first time. It's my first time.
That's true.
And this is also my first time being the age that I am, which I remember 28.
28. Hello.
28.
But this is my first time being my age. This is my first time at this journey of motherhood.
Yeah.
And sometimes, different issues arise at different age groups and stages. And so when those arise, others I don't know. I mean, I'm blessed that I have an absolutely phenomenal mother, and so I'm able to talk to her. But even like her and my dynamic when I was my children's age was very different. I had my son at 18. You guys can do the math now, but like I had my son at 18, and
she's still 28.
Still 28, and so me raising my kids right now, like if I was in the same scenario, my middle daughter would already have a 1-year-old, right? And my youngest daughter would soon be getting pregnant, which just blows my mind thinking about it because they're like such babies.
They are.
I love them.
Hold on to them.
I haven't met your son, but I love your daughters. They're absolutely the sweetest. Like they say that they love me, and I'm like, oh, I love you too.
So
thank you.
But like my son now would have like a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
I would have like a 7-year-old grandchild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I wish more women were able to be okay with saying they're not okay.
Yeah.
In the moment.
Yes.
In that moment.
Yeah.
In that moment. Like, hey, I need help.
It'll be okay.
I need help. And
it's hard to say that,
Yeah.
because especially like with how women treat each other nowadays, you don't want them. No, it's not all women, but there are a lot of women out there that don't know how to collaborate, that don't know how to be a good listening ear, that don't know how to keep what you say to them. And I've been the butt of that many a times where I thought I had a solid, and I thought that I could talk to them, and then they used that against me, and I was like, damn, I was really hurting. I really needed to talk to somebody. I was really hurting. I thought you were that person.
People
you know what I mean?
do that.
But yeah, I wish more women understood that it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
And don't use it against one another because we're all going through something.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And everyone goes through it at their own pace.
Yeah. And so, there's a lot to be said about like in my particular situation, like downtown Brentwood isn't that big. There's, the boutiques downtown are owned by females. Hell yeah,
Hey.
I know. And I don't see any of them, not one of them, as my competition down there, just because
you're so unique, you're so different, you stand out.
Yeah, so but it's not only that, but I don't have the same goals, I think, that they do, and even with that, like if I am able to collaborate with one of them, like I've picked some of their brains before in regards to like how to advance my boutique. And I just think like that should just be more okay. More okay.
I agree.
There's plenty for all of us out there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Especially women giving each other good advice. And
well, most of the businesses actually, I think downtown are women owned.
I think there's a lot. There's a lot.
Well, I know at the gala it was the majority of women that were nominated.
Yeah.
It was all women that won.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I think it was.
Every winner at the gala
Go
was a
women!
woman.
That's awesome. I didn't
Yes,
that.
yes,
Business of the year.
I'm so excited to do this podcast because we do. So I have a question.
Okay.
What do you feel is one of your boldest decisions that you had to make as a boutique owner, and what choice did that do for you?
So I always come back to just do it. So Nike out there, right?
Like Nike, you can advertise for it.
Oh my God.
Or don't do it.
Be decked out in Nike.
Call us.
We want you.
You have these really cute pink Cortezes that I do want. Okay, Nikki.
Oh my God.
It's Gleam color.
Bring back Cortez.
No, I think the boldest thing that I ever did in any of my businesses or for myself is just to do it. Like it's just to
take a chance.
It's just to navigate through fear, through uncertainty, to not see the staircase, down there, to jump, to leap, to do it. How did that change me? It changed me because you really are able to fall into who you were supposed to be, and that comes always. I guess there's a saying that everything great and wonderful is on the opposite side of comfort, right? You have to get uncomfortable. You have
to get that.
Yeah, you have to that's not exactly how that quote goes. No. But I made it shut up, right? Quote me. You have to get uncomfortable and you have to face your fears. And as humans, that's the last
I think that's when you know you're going through that growth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's the last thing you want to do. Who wants to sit and look at themselves in the mirror and face a fear?
Or you could just stand there in the same place.
Be stagnant.
But then you're going to watch other people do it. And you're going to be like, man, I just should have did it.
That could have been me.
I just should have did it.
Yeah.
But then there's also no late time to start something too. Like if you had a goal, if you had a goal 10 years ago and you wish that you would have taken that leap 10 years ago, you can still do it now. Do it now.
Yeah, there is definitely
now you have more knowledge. You know better. So do it now.
Society has created this.
AI, you've got Google, you've got everything to help you.
Yeah. But just study whatever it is that you're going to do. Just study and really engulf yourself in learning about whatever that is. One, because then you don't set yourself up for failure. You know how to, run a boutique. So you make yourself aware of what that consists of, not just I'm going to put pretty stuff on a shelf, learn what it really takes to do that, and be realistic with that too. So I think the boldest thing I ever did was just told my inner dialogue to shut the fuck up and just do it.
Just do it. Get out there and do it.
I feel when you're scared, you're ready.
You did.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be, there's not going to be a time where hey, you're ready to do this now. It's time.
In the way that I was, unfortunately, things that I went through as a child, in my childhood, and like being raised, like I don't think anybody would ever have guessed that I used to have mild social anxiety. Like I would not be able to stand in a crowd. I definitely would be able to
I'm sorry,
sit
you?
in front of, oh yeah.
No, if your girlfriend overcoming those fears, girl. Hell yes.
Oh yeah.
I was born very shy.
My nickname as a kid, like I was like a leaf. Like if I was in a crowd with her, in even like a family event gathering with my mom, like I would stand behind her legs. Like I just would not
Really
like want to be seen. And then growing up and being put in like a lot of uncomfortable situations where I had to face fears and where I had to face myself. Learning how to take that leap got a lot easier and easier because I was just like, it was in my face. Like I had to do it. And then now, like sometimes, like I'll be like, oh, I gotta speak, and then I'm like, I'll have like a little like jitter, and then I'll be like, all right, we're doing this, And
I do the same. There's times when I'll feel that. I'm like, nope, just do it.
Just do it. And it's fine.
And then you do, and you're
great.
like,
I used to take, I was so bad at this when I was younger. I would take a bad grade just so I wouldn't have to stand up in front of the class to give a report. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I am shaking and scared so much. I don't want to be up there.
And look at you now.
And now I'm like, you're going to hear what I got to say.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't wait. Sometimes I get I get that little shaky feeling, and I'm like, no, wait a minute. Stop psyching yourself out. Do the damn thing. It's going to be over soon. Just do it.
Just enjoy it.
So someone once told me, I don't remember who it was, but like, thank you for telling me this, but like someone once told me that that excitement and anxiety have the same frequency in our body. So it spikes our nervous system the same way. So when we feel like, oh, we're so nervous because we're like scared or like fearful or anxious, if we just think about, well, that's the same feeling as if I'm excited. So I'm not really nervous and anxious. I'm actually just really excited. And it's a game that you get to play with your mind, but it's also a tool, right? So I went back to the thing,
right? No,
that's that tool.
Got a toolbox today.
And so you pulled out that tool, and so that stuck with me. So I was really nervous about doing something in my career, and this person asked me like, so how do you feel about starting this? And then I said, oh gosh, I'm like so nervous, like like self-doubt, right? Self-doubt. We all have self-doubt.
Yep.
I'm so nervous about doing this. And then they told me, no, you're not nervous. You're excited. It sparks the same feeling in us.
That makes sense.
Just trick your brain. You're like, yep, I'm excited.
When I was nervous, when we were interviewing, it was actually I was excited too. So that makes
Yeah.
Like, why am I so nervous?
Because as soon as she walked through the door, she's all, blah, 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 blah. She was just pouring everything out. And I was like, tell me about it.
So you probably were just overly excited, which sparked that same feeling inside, and then you just mind fuck yourself and be like, I'm not nervous,
right?
So
then, on your hard days, do you have a ritual or a guilty pleasure that you like to dip into to make the day seem better?
Yes. So going through some hardships, like overcoming my own fears, right, and getting past where I'd be like, I could do anything, right? Nothing is impossible. That's a really like crazy way to live, but it's how I live. So I didn't want anything to be able to scare me, right? I didn't want anything to be able to scare me. Like I just wanted to be like I'm the friend or the person that if we are driving on the road and we see a car accident happen and I know somebody's stuck inside, I'm like, I'm running, right? I'm running. Like I have no shock value, right? Like I just am like, spring into action. Adrenaline goes, and then here I go. Same like with like a burning building or something like that. My best friend actually just had to do that not too long ago. So shout out to you, you bad bitch. But
kudos.
But that's me. So there were things that still scared me, and then I went through a very traumatic life situation just 3.5 years ago, and I'm like, that's fucking it. Like that's it. there's nothing worse that can happen to me, you know? Besides, eventually I'm gonna have to lose my parents, but I'm like, I don't want to be scared by anything. So my ritual is so simple. I literally go home and bed rot and I watch scary movies. Any scary movie you can think of.
I love
scary movies.
I freaking love
Do you
scary
know how
movies.
many people I tried to go see a scary movie?
Oh, we're your girls then. We are your girls. The bloodier, the better, the scarier, the better. Like, I'm all about it.
Scary movies.
I like
scaring people.
Yeah. I
like fun scares.
And like I'm scared. I'm like scared to go in haunted house.
No way.
I am.
Oh, you're going.
I will walk in the middle.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I used to scare the shit out of a roommate of mine because I knew she was really easy to scare, and she loved going to haunted houses too. We'd always go to this haunted house that used to be on the Santa Cruz Boardwalk. I don't know if it's there anymore.
Yes,
but they had somebody that was a bum that was like pounding and shit. She'd be scared. I'm sitting there laughing my ass off. So knowing how scared she was and her being my roommate, I knew her schedule, right? So I would hide under her bed and wait for her to get up to her room, and I would grab her legs and scare the shit out of her, or I would hide underneath the staircase and she would think that I was home.
room together. I'm looking underneath the bed.
Sorry, Renee, I love you so much, but I would scare the crap out of her. But it was fun. It was fun, but I love scary movies. I love the haunted house. I love all of it. So we got our little crew now.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I love Halloween.
Like, yeah.
Well, we're gonna scare the crap out of you, so you're ready for everything.
And so I try to scare myself with every which thing. And I used to before I really, really, really divulge myself and my faith now, I was lightly scared of the dark too. Because it wasn't the dark.
It's your mind that
it's
goes.
the unknown.
Yeah.
Right? That is in the dark, right?
Makes sense.
And so, and it wasn't like, oh my god, there was like a ghost gonna come get me or anything. I don't know what it was. It was just that
Could have been the scary movies you were watching.
Well, this was before, right?
Oh, got it. Okay.
So I just didn't know what was there. And so it was the fear of the unknown. It wasn't, the dark just represented the unknown, right?
Yes.
Because you don't see anything in the dark, right? That's why I'm saying you just take the fucking leap. Whether you see the staircase or not, take the leap.
Yeah.
Because it is unknown. So before I got into my faith and really divulge myself in that and spirituality and the whole 9 yards, just educating myself on every which way. And you know what? I really want to thank those people that walk around downtown because they're Mormon. They are. And they came and talked to me this last weekend when I was giving out free hugs. They thanked me for what I was doing. And they gave me the Book of Mormon. But I like to learn everything about everything. And so I just want to let you girls know that I did sit down and I am reading that book. And I am educating myself on a different view of spirit. So thank you for that. So in the unknown of all this, as I got more into spirituality, I was able to realize the beauty in the dark too. And then now I'm like, I don't care. You can put me in a room like pitch black.
I don't mind being.
So we're spending a week in a haunted house with no Wi-Fi and all that. We're gonna get like our millions of dollars. And
I can do it now. Throw me on that fucking island. How much was it?
We're gonna go ghost hunting and stuff like that.
Okay, so I did that.
No way.
When they did it in Byron, they
oh my god, I would love to do that.
I can't wait. Brentwood keeps saying that they're gonna bring their friends, and I want to go on.
I've done them a couple of times.
Yeah. So I've done a couple of them. And really intuitive. So I have to be careful. Like you have to protect yourself before you even go and do that. But it's one of the reasons why I haven't visited NOLA yet too. Haven't been to New Orleans because I don't know if I'm there at fully protecting myself and New Orleans is absolutely beautiful and everybody should go there. However, spiritually, especially if you're more intuitive and you're very open, be careful when you do go there. And so for me, I really want to go there. It's like on my bucket list to go. I just want to make sure that I protect myself before I go there. So I'm not there yet, but I will get there
one day.
So scary movies and just being like able to like see all the things. Yeah, it's my thing. I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
We're going to go see a scary movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you see the new Conjuring?
No, but oh my God, the commercials, I knew it was that movie, and I was like, oh, it's another one. Yeah. I could tell. I was like, this looks good. Yeah. And I sat and watched one of those by myself not too long ago, and I was like, oh, damn. Okay, this is a little scary, and it just makes your mind think, because you're like...
The one that gets me is The Nun. The one that gets me is The Nun, and only because I believe like the eyes are the gateway to his soul. So I will never look at that nun in the eyes, ever. Oh my God! Like I just like every time like they pop up on the main screen, I'm like, nope. Is it done?
That's funny. Has it passed?
Yeah, has it passed?
So wait a minute, you were giving out free hugs? What's that all about? Tell us about this, because I've heard of the Free Hug Project. I know the history behind that.
Yeah.
So tell me how this came up with you.
Well, so not last weekend because that's when I did it, but the weekend prior, I'm always like thinking of things, like my mind doesn't really shut off, and so I'm just like, the world is kind of sad, and this was before the tragic event that did occur. I'm like, the world's so sad. Like I just want to be that beam of light, and so I was like, I'm just going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to, I don't know, people may give me a hug, people may not give me a hug. I don't know, And then I just said, I'm just going to do it. And so I just said, I'm there in farmer's market. That means the audience is going to be there. And I just know somebody is going to need a hug. And so ideas rolling. I actually talked to one of my other vendors about it, and I said, do you think I'm crazy because I want to do this? She's like, no, oh my God, no,
I want to get me a sweatshirt.
That's so great.
T-shirt.
And then so I'm like, okay. I was like, I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I toyed with it for a little bit, and then the world happened. You know what I mean? And it wasn't just how it happened. It wasn't who it happened to. It was that what it unleashed was just is what we all fight like so hard for not to happen. And so
I don't have any tissues.
It's okay. So I already had this idea, that weekend leading up to it, and God had put that in my heart. Like he had instilled that in my heart, and he just said, like, Sarah, you're doing this. And I was like, I don't know how. And he's like, don't worry, I know how. You just gotta say you're gonna do it.
It was divine timing.
Yeah. Really and then this happened, and I'm like, that's why you put it, my conversations with God. I'm like, that's why you put it in my heart. And he's like, yeah. All I needed
Did you get a lot of people to hug?
Man, it's gonna make you cry again. Yes.
People needed it, huh?
People came, and
you needed it too, didn't you?
Yeah, like I don't like seeing pain in this world. I don't like seeing hate.
Our souls aren't meant for the
division. I'm not built for that. And I used to not be a crier, and I was not a hugger either.
Same here. Now I'm getting older, and I'm like, what is happening?
I had social anxiety. I don't want people to touch me.
Like, what is going on as I get older?
Yeah. And I wasn't a crier. I internalized all my feelings before, and so my heart was broken.
Yeah,
it was when that happened.
Yeah.
And again, it wasn't. And I'm not downplaying the event. I'm not downplaying whom it was. It's just it's what the aftermath, what occurred.
Yeah.
And but they always say God works in mysterious ways, and so He had already instilled it in my heart, and He already put me on that mission. And then when that happened, God always makes you stop. Like He'll stop you dead in your fucking tracks and be like, listen, I've been trying to tell you something and you're not listening. So I'm going to make you listen. And He will, I just posted about this yesterday. He will disrupt your whole life.
I did see that post.
Yeah. For you to have an overdue conversation with him, because he's been trying to tell you, he's been dropping you signs and hints,
Yes.
or source, whoever you want to call it, he's been dropping signs, hints, and you're not listening. So he will disrupt your whole life and be like, listen.
Definitely.
Yeah. And so when that happened, it sparked other conversations. And because those other conversations happen, it sprung this into action a lot faster, a lot sooner than I thought it was going to be. But in God's eyes, he's like, no, like I was already setting this up for you. Like, you know,
Fine timing.
yeah. And so, being out there and just hearing people's stories and getting hugs and feeling people hug me harder than I was hugging them, was huge, because this is my community too, you know, like, yeah, I have businesses in downtown, and, you know, I feel at home down there, but I wouldn't have a boutique if the community didn't come in and shop my boutique, right? Like, there'd be no way for me to keep the lights on and the doors open. I wouldn't have a wellness spa if people didn't come book my services. Like, there'd be no way, again, for me to keep the lights on, doors open. So in a way, it was just a way for me to give back to my community again in a different avenue. And I would absolutely love to be able to stand out there in such a vulnerable state. It helped me learn more about me too, because I'm literally standing on a corner with a shirt that says free hugs. And there are some people that did not want to hug and were not very nice about it. And then there was other people that absolutely needed that hug.
If you need help with giving out those free hugs, girl, give me a shirt. I'm right there with you.
I have pins.
And we will, and we would love to be able to, because we want to be able to like have a booth out there where people can come up to us, and if they need to just let loose their story or whatever, or they think they're helping somebody, or they got whatever, we want to be able to have a booth where people can come up and be like, can I sit down and talk for a minute? You know, so we would love to compliment what you're doing and make it an every weekend thing. Why not? You know, spread that love every Saturday. Get some hugs.
Well,
Connect
this
with your
Saturday
community.
we're doing mimosas.
That's right.
Get into that. It's a different kind of love I'm going to spread this Saturday, okay?
I would love to be a part of that, you know, because it's,
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful, and it was beautiful, and it was just a simple act of kindness, though, you know, like when you look at it, it's something that we kind of do all the time anyways. We don't necessarily always do it with strangers on the corner, but and then
you know how many people probably needed that hug that day?
Oh yeah, I did. I found out a lot did. And then also, like, you learn how to give a better hug, because sometimes we're just like, you know, that's not a hug.
Come on, you're coming in.
You're getting it.
When I was in high school, we used to hug all the time. Anytime we saw our friends, we would hug all the time.
Yeah.
And then high school ended, and it was like, I miss my daily hugs. Like, I need my hugs. And so I try to carry that on with my friends. And then it just kind of faded. And now I'm like, I want those hugs back. I want to start hugging people again. Like, this needs to happen again, because it's who taught me, Rosemary. You hug a certain way where your hearts are touching. And it's more intentional, and it's heart to heart. And you're supposed to do it for at least 7 seconds to really feel that hug.
That the Disney princesses can't let go? Like,
I recently heard that until the child lets go.
Yeah,
they don't
so
let
they
that
have
child
to stay there until the child.
But that also makes the kid feel like, okay, they're not tired of me. They're not trying to let go. You know, it doesn't put anything in their head. Like, that is so cute.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna be a Disney princess from now on. I am not gonna stop until you let go.
Well, I remember that. It was one of my tools.
Oh, right.
Nice. So Saturday when I was giving hugs, I pulled out that particular tool and brought it with me, and so I remembered that that information. And so when I was giving hugs, I didn't let go until they let go. I love that. And then I knew that their need was met, fulfilled, you know, of what they needed out of the hug. You know what I mean?
I do.
And so I guess the same goes for like Disney Princess. All those kids need that hug, and then you know, then when they're okay, like, okay. then they're like kind of
they're seeing like their hero,
idol,
their idol, their princess, you know, their person. They're like,
yeah. So same, but you know, different. So I utilized that information when I was giving hugs on Saturday, and I didn't let go until they let go. And then even when they let go, you know, I looked at them and been like, and you know, a couple of them, I said, do you want just a little bit longer? And
Wow.
yeah, so
I love that.
yeah, it was very emotional. Shout out to DVC though too. They helped put that on. They also helped with sidewalk chalk, like the idea of the sidewalk chalk. So we did have the kids do positive messages like on the floor too.
Oh,
so
I
it
love
kind of all
that.
ringed in. Yeah, and then we had Zoe. Zoe is a ukulele player and singer. So we'd had her out at the boutique before, and it just so happened, remember, God always pays away. It just so happened I had already booked her that Saturday to come out and play in front of the boutique.
Wow.
And then God instilled this thought in my mind and in my heart. And then, you know, the rest will now be history to become that one Saturday morning. And yeah, you know, I want to do it again. There's something so simple of an act of kindness as a hug, but the impact that it has on others is huge. And to myself too. Again, it got me out of that comfort zone. I was nervous or scared, or was I just excited? I don't know. But it got me out of that moment to be able to put myself also in a very vulnerable situation, because I could have got some hate speech towards me too, you know, because there was a lot of people that were angry with the world, and in those moments, in that moment, like it's still very fresh. The wound is still very fresh, and you know, I did put myself in that vulnerable position as well. But if not me, who? You know, if not now, when? You know, so it's like, what do you like?
We could all
it's just
say,
like they say, like you don't know who needed that smile that you gave them.
No.
You don't know how much that has changed that person's day. You know, even a simple hello, how you doing, simple compliment, you can easily just snap somebody out of something.
Effect.
Yeah.
So there's this TikTok. I think it's the same people that do it. It's a group of girls, so we can also do those too.
Okay, I like this.
So they just drive around and they randomly scream out the window compliments to people. Like they'll do like cute little jokes.
I can do this.
Yeah,
I could do that.
Your hair looks so good today. And then the person receiving it is like, oh, thank you so much. And like now they're walking away with like a more pep in their step, you know, and they feel great.
I've done that.
And it literally just takes
good.
the cost of gas, basically.
Like,
you know what I mean? To just drive around to random strangers, like, you know, like they even said, like, your pants look so good on you. And it was like a guy, and like his pants looked okay, in my opinion, but now he feels so great in his jeans.
I especially like doing it if somebody doesn't look like they're having a good day or they're in a good mood. I especially like giving them those compliments, because you can see, and as an empath, you could see and feel something's going on. And I did that with a girl one day, and I was like, you just look so well put together. Like, I love everything about your entire outfit, like from head to toe. Like, you go, girl. And she was like, really? And I was like, yes, like, girl, you look freaking amazing. And it just brightened up her face. And I'm like, I'm glad that I was able to do that for you, because whatever was taking over your thought process, it was written all over your face. And I felt so bad for her. And I was like, you need to hear something good. And I just do that even when they don't. I'm like, no, you need to hear this. Like, I see something, I'm like, I like your hair, I like your nails, I like all the things. Like, I used to be afraid of saying that because of reaction. And now I'm like, I don't care if you like it or not. I'm saying something good, and you might need this, and you'll think about it later. So,
It's easy to compliment people.
I mean, definitely easy, but
I do it. I probably do it all the time, because I meet so many people, like at grocery stores and Starbucks. I meet people all the time because I will just start a conversation with them.
I would say my unhealed version of me was not ready to do those things, but as I heal more and more and more and more, I'm like, okay, I know I would want to hear something randomly, so why wouldn't somebody else? You know?
And you don't know. It could be just what they need.
Yeah.
Just what they need.
Just be sincere.
So then, what is one piece of wisdom you would love to pass down to your daughters or the next generation of girls? That's my last question.
I would like to say that I guess it's kind of just like a collaborative answer of everything that we kind of talked about, and just
What I felt, yeah.
just be fearless in your own right and be authentically you, um and as long as you are able to keep your pride and ego in check, then your personal like integrity will always shine through. And I feel like going back to like that whole mask thing, like we don't have to, it's 2025. Like we don't have to wear masks anymore. Like there's people dealing with things that are unimaginable, and I think if everybody's able to be more authentic, we're able to have more grace and compassion for one another. And then also like have the ability to check yourself.
Oh, amen.
Like have the ability to.
Sometimes you are the toxic one.
Yeah. And you don't have to admit that to everybody, but like, it could be a conversation with yourself, your inner dialogue, and your spirit, your God, or whatever. But have the ability to check yourself. Have the ability to know when you may be the one spewing toxicity. And that's hard because that means that you have to face yourself. And like I said, nobody likes to look in the mirror, right? Because the longer you stare in the mirror, the more flaws you're going to see, right? Oh, my pores big here. Oh, did I have that wrinkle before?
Plus you get like, oh my God.
Yes, that's right, true.
Right. And, but we have to look in the mirror. You have to be able, because if you can't stand seeing you think the rest of the world can. Oh. And when you're checking yourself, you're also checking your projection of shit. You're checking the unhealed parts, or the parts that you're trying to heal. And so self accountability is huge. And when you do hold yourself accountable, that's when you're able to live a very, authentic life. And so I hope that whatever I'm providing and whatever wisdom I give out, or anything that I am teaching my children, or the younger generation, is that there's so much beauty in just being you and your uniqueness, even with whatever you consider to be a flaw, because some of your flaws are actually your superpowers. And we need uniqueness in this world, because if we were all the same, this shit would be so boring.
It's starting to get a little boring.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, the truth is hard. I always say, like, I love the truth, but I love transparency more. And the truth is hard, but lying is harder. Because then you always have to remember what you said. With the truth,
that's that mask again.
Yeah, you know it to be the truth, and you
don't have to remember anything.
You don't have to remember
nothing.
Yeah.
It's very free.
And there's a lot in my brain, so I don't want to have to remember a lot.
Yeah, I mean, going through menopause, you easily forget about stuff. So I'm really not trying to
be
a little liar over here. I'm like,
so just fucking be you. Exactly. Like, there's so much beauty.
There's freedom in being you.
I mean, if like you guys are gonna look at this podcast, and you can look at all three of us here. Yes, we share the comment. We're all females, right? We're all in the same room.
We all match somehow today.
We all have why not we match?
All 28.
I lost a few years. Thank you.
I mean, we all have hair. We have eyes. We're healthy. But look at all the differences between us two. Down to I have a sweater on. You're in a tank top. She's showing leg. You know what I mean? Like there's so many differences amongst us. Although we do share one common thing, is that we are all human, and in every stage, you're in a different stage in your life than I'm in mine, and also you. And so we're all learning at that different stage. What you're going through, I always tell this to one of my really good friends too, is that, if I bring her problem, and I know she has something going on too, and I'm like, okay, tell me yours. And she's like, no, you already got something going on. And I'm like, no problem is ever bigger than the other. Like something that's big to you may be little to me, but it's still your big issue, and we should still be, have grace and hold space for you for that, and like vice versa. So, as you guys watch this, yes, we are all the same. We're all females. We're all sitting in this room, but we are yet so freaking different, and there's so much beauty in that simple fact.
And we're all badasses in our own way too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're all a part of the community.
Yes.
I mean,
and we all got over a fear to be here. Like, I mean, I used to have social anxiety.
100%.
I would not ever be in front of a camera like 20-something years ago.
And you're in front of a camera. Is that even your good side? Do you consider that your good side?
Actually, no, it's not.
Why do you have to sit over there just saying no?
Next episode, they're going to be sledged, okay? But that's why you needed me to point that out, right? That's me, right? You're going to look back at past episodes and be like, fuck, I knew that wasn't my right side.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I like sitting over here, but I like that side too. It depends on the day too.
Then that's probably like a lesson for you.
Yeah.
You're sitting on your bad side. Why? So that you can see that it's not really a bad
It's really
side.
not that bad. So, to wrap this up, let everybody know what your next projects are and how they can find you.
Well, which one?
Whatever's easiest. Whatever's easiest for you.
Well, we got a lot of good stuff going on in downtown as a whole. A couple things I'm doing, particularly, we always do $5 mimosas in front of Brentwood Craft during the farmers market. That would be this Saturday. But we've added sangria.
Yay! Is this every Saturday?
No, this is only when Makers Boulevard is out there. So it's the third Saturday of every month.
Okay, third Saturday.
Yep, we have the Poor Girls, and we pop up a little pop-up bar out in front of Brentwood Craft from 8 to 12 p.m. or until we sell out. So that's one that comes, again, every third Saturday. And then another really good one is something that I hold near and dear to my heart. I'm a huge giver-backer, if you haven't already realized that. And so I like to give back to the community and picking new nonprofits that I can associate myself with. And so I am putting on Moo-Moos and Margaritas next Friday night, September 26th. We start at 6 p.m. There is a $5 donation ticket fee, and that basically goes towards a nonprofit organization that's associated with Brentwood Rotary. So shout out to them. It's called HOST, which is helping one senior at a time.
Oh.
And so how I fill my own bucket is by giving back to these nonprofits. We did the Mrs. Roper Romp back in June.
What's the theme for this one?
This is Golden Girl. Golden Girl theme. Love it. Yes. So you can wear your moo-moo, or you can dress up as anyone with the Golden Girls.
We will be there.
Yay!
We'll be there.
Yeah, we are going to be walking around and talking to everybody.
I love it.
Yeah.
So again, I think we're close to 100 tickets sold. I definitely want to raise some more money for that nonprofit organization. I think it's absolutely phenomenal what they're doing. So if you want to come, or if you just want to make a donation, you can definitely make that $5 donation over, follow our Instagram, California Gleamin, or at California Gleamin, no GF end of that, or you can always go to californiagleamin.com for more information in regards to that event. So those are two big ones for me for September. There is a ton of stuff in October coming up, but follow the page, you'll see it all there. Kudos to you girls. I mean, you guys stepped into something huge, and you're giving a platform for a lot of women to speak about like relatable things, life.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we can all see that we all have shit. Yeah. I like to get that shit out.
Thank you.
Yes.
Same here.
Detox.
Yeah, I will be seeing you too.
Exactly. Yeah, my husband's
So
actually
detox.
some detoxes too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm really excited to learn more about that. So you'll be seeing me soon.
Thanks for being here, Boo. Of course.
Appreciate
Love you, girl.
Love you. Thanks for joining us, you guys.
Thank you.